Remember Area 51 on PS2? It was a really fun shooter. Well, when I was playing Stranglehold, I found myself in a hidden movie theater that was showing a teaser for a game called Blacksite Area 51. I was looking for it again just so I could show you that area, but I couldn't find it and I really didn't feel like spending a lot of time with it. But anyway, I never heard of Blacksite Area 51, but it looks fairly interesting. I did a bit of research and looked it up on Amazon and found out that apparently it's a spiritual sequel to Area 51. Well, with that, I just knew I had to try it. So I was in a GameStop a few weeks back, which is unusual because I don't tend to shop GameStop often. And lo and behold, they had a copy of Blacksite. Even more shockingly, the employee said, "Oh, I haven't seen this game in a while." Personally, I think he was bullshitting me and just trying to make small talk in a sale, but oh well. So fast forward a bit, and I finally started to play this game, all excited to see what I thought was going to be the sweet upgrade sequel to Area 51, with high-end graphics. I was really disappointed with what I found. Blacksite Area 51 has the same feel and some different environments to fight in, but overall, it falls really short of being a really good game. And there's reasons for this. But let's start with the story, or what little there is that resembles a story. You play as a Captain Pierce, who is in command of 2 extra soldiers in what is called Delta Force Echo Squad. The 3 men are looking into reports of an illegal weapons bunker in Iraq. Yeah, it's a bit farther away than Nevada, but we'll get there. After poking around a bit, you find this bunker has some strange crystal in the basement, and strange enemies are hostile towards you. Upon getting close to this crystal, Pierce blacks out, and waking up, is forced to retreat. Fast forward 3 years, and we're now in Nevada, fighting for a base that was taken over by both alien forces and the Reborn, or experimental enhanced super soldiers. Because I don't want to give away the rest of the story, I'll just wrap this up by saying that Pierce's mission is simply to stop the base takeover and figure out how to quell this hostility. Let's talk about the main weapon you'll use when running around, the M4. It's actually a really excellent weapon to start with, and truthfully, there probably won't be many times where you'll want to sight it down. The reason why is that although it only does average damage, it has practically no recoil whatsoever. Plus it has a holoscope, which means you can zoom in and fire more accurate shots. Of course, there's other weapons you can find, like sniper rifles, shotguns, which normally suck, rocket launchers, pistols, and of course some other alien weaponry. But as I said, that M4 will be your primary weapon. At least, it was for me. That lack of recoil just did the job for me. One of the biggest things that the game seems to want to advertise is the squad leadership. This occurs in 2 ways. For one, you'll see designated points where you can direct your squad. These points are typically to operate things like doors and switches, or maybe even take point before assaulting a corridor. This is fairly minimal compared to the other way you can interact with your squad, their morale. At all times, you'll see a squad morale caption above your ammo count. By making kills and avoiding damage, you'll increase the morale. By doing the opposite, it'll drop. Basically, the higher your squad morale is, the more accurate and aggressive your team is, and the more damage they'll dish out. At least, that's how it allegedly works. Personally, I haven't noticed a difference either way. This would be nice if the AI wasn't so damn stupid. Your squad is thankfully a bit more competent than your enemy forces, but it's still not saying very much. Yet at the same time, I'm thinking some of this might also be due in part with the bugs that you encounter, and I've seen a lot of them. The one I'm talking about now is this one right here, where I blew up a bridge, you see this guy go flying, then suddenly he's back in his watchtower. Okay. There's also some more problems with the game, which start to whittle down its fun factor. Loading zones seem to be completely random, often interrupting the natural flow of the game. After dying, I couldn't zoom in until I swapped weapons. You can simply fall through the ground, and the further on in the game you get, the glitchier it seems to get. You can also notice that the weapons your enemies drop often float a bit off the ground. Doesn't always happen, but it definitely happens more than it should. You'd expect weapons to fall to the ground, not levitate. There are a few areas where you're in control of a Humvee and have to either drive your squad around, or have one of them drive and you man the gun. Riding shotgun isn't particularly bad, but when you have to drive, you encounter some of the worst driving controls I've ever seen. The left analog stick accelerates your vehicle, while the right stick steers. It's just plain awkward. And then when you have to navigate in an area when it's not entirely clear where you're supposed to be going, with aliens firing large blobs of something at you, you're gonna realize that this is probably the most infuriating part of the game. I've died many times, and the game employs a checkpoint system. And of course, this checkpoint starts you at the beginning of the vehicle segment. Bastards. This also wouldn't be so bad if the game didn't take forever to load. That was probably my biggest motivation to not die. To not have to load again. Sure, there's nothing you can do when going between stages, but you will notice the time it takes for you to be able to get moving again. The graphics of the game feel dark and muddy, which helps to stress a feeling of an area torn apart by war. Yet, this same take on the visuals don't make it much better than a late-era PS2 game. It just feels like everything lacks the detail you would expect on a system such as a PS3. Overall, the graphics are just plain bland. Even when you reach the alien area, where you're fighting the final villain, who shall remain nameless, you'll notice that everything is just way too damn dark. Personally, I think Area 51 looked better. And really, that's Blacksite Area 51 in a nutshell. It's an underwhelming shooter with a small variety of bugs and glitches that just supplement the boring story. I really expected more of a game that was supposed to be the sequel to Area 51 on PS2. Maybe if there was more emphasis on the squad or alien forces, the game would have been more exciting. But overall, you just see the same enemy types time and time again, and shooting them does get old. Only play this one if you can find dirt cheap like I did, and the curiosity gets the better of you. Otherwise, just do yourself a favor and play something better. Final score? 5 out of 10. This is Reaper. Happy fragging.